What's up, guys? IG Bentley on Instagram. I'm a 30 under 30 CEO. I've been slanging apps for most of my adult life. I've had my own business for 6 years. Been working on my Instagram account, building inspirational quotes, making it more of a motivational page for the last 3.5 months. I'm here with my boy at Scotterly on Instagram. We've been collaborating for a little while. We finally get to meet in person. Right. He's based in Dallas. He's kind of just kicking ass in that comedy space on Instagram. I'm sure you've seen some of his videos on Explore page or gone viral across different platforms. So we're gonna chop it up and talk a little bit about the Instagram game right now.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Yeah. So honestly, starting out, first of all, I work with brands outside of personal gaming and whatnot, and just working with apps like Ben. That's how we met. And then on the side, do personal branding, Instagram, whatnot, hitting the Explore page, like he was saying, doing short comedy videos, and just kind of going that route, making it simple. You don't want to take too much time away, especially if you have a main business and this is your side hobby. Because I don't think you should make your personal brand your side hobby until you become affordable to make it your main objective.
What was your business before?
So right now, honestly, it's just growing brands. If it's a brand that like an app, or if it's e-commerce based, I will promote them on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. And then on the side, I do the personal stuff because it doesn't take much time. It's all automated.
You're definitely the most resourceful influencer I know. Right. I mean, even the guys who are super resourceful spend some money on equipment. You do everything from an iPhone.
Yeah, so everything, I literally do everything from the phone. You go open the Instagram app and then boom, start the video. It's easy to do. You can stop it. So if I need to change scenery, you can do that. And then editing wise, I close the app, I save it to my camera roll and go to the app. It's a video editor, and that's where I add a caption and I get a good cover photo from it. So, obviously a good cover photo can make you go viral on the Explore page, and then boom, from there it takes 2 minutes and I'm done. So I don't take too much time away from me and then my company. So honestly, that's how it all started.
Do you ever feel like you get that unhealthy connection that everyone's talking about where you're like, all right, it's time to go on the gram, time to go live, and how many likes am I gonna get today?
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, it makes sense, but to me, since it's my side thing, I don't feel that pressure because this isn't my full-time thing, and I don't care. I started this just because I wanted to do it, because I knew people out there would find this stuff, wanting to watch it. And I get DMs from people saying, hey Scott, your videos made my day. Hey Scott, this caused me to, I had a very bad day and it caused my depression to go away. And so that type of stuff, that's what motivates me to actually want to do stuff.
Yeah, real talk on the quote game, I get a lot of those. I mean, my DMs get a little bit crazy. Right. And some of them are, I've had weird, terrorism quotes. Yeah. I've had a lot of people your quotes are helping me get through my breakup, my relationship. I've had brands now hitting me up to make them quotes for their page. So it's crazy because it's literally only been 3.5 months, and I'm totally understanding the continuity, the consistency, and all this talk that everyone says. I mean, it's real. You and I have been talking about my brand for a little while. My team and I chose not to do any of the engagement stuff, so we're not using any bots. Obviously we're using editing tools, but everything we're building, we went from 0 to 73,000 followers, all from organic traffic through different networks, through different people sharing our stuff. That's been our key growth tactic. So I'm excited to get on the tube because I feel like that's going to add just a tremendous amount of firepower.
For sure will. And
why haven't you gone already?
The tube. So what I first started was Instagram because I have a network to help grow my Instagram. Same as with Twitter. I have around 150,000 followers on Twitter, and Instagram I'm around 450,000. But I started Instagram just because I had a way and I had the knowledge. Of YouTube, I don't have any knowledge. I have no way of support. So what I'm doing is growing my Instagram and getting the followers and whatnot to convert over to YouTube. So when I do start YouTube, and YouTube is a whole different ballgame from Instagram. You have to have the editing, you have to have the time. It becomes a full-time job if you want to take it seriously.
Right.
You know, if you want to grow your YouTube channel consistently, it takes, you know, a good amount of your time and effort. So when I start YouTube, which is going to be coming soon, I want to use my Instagram because they have so many features. You know, like they just released a feature within the past 2 months, the swipe up feature on your story. So now it can take you directly to your YouTube. So it makes it 10 times easier for somebody to click that subscribe button than it would be like, hey, go check out my YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type Scott Pesky. Now all they have to do is scroll up. So it makes it 10 times easier having a large following already. If I was just to start at YouTube first, you know, who's going to follow me? Nobody knows who I am. So that's why I do the Instagram first and use that kind of to funnel to YouTube. And that's kind of.
When was the first time you started getting paid to promote on
Instagram? Yeah. So I first started probably making money with brands would be at around 100,000 followers. Okay. I didn't want to start earlier because in order to gain a loyal following and to work with brands, you got to gain their trust and their credibility. And if you just start spamming them with, you know, fake like the teeth smiles or, you know, products that you don't even like.
No gummy bear hair for Scott?
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one. The perfect bra sculpt, I'm going to have to have you pass on that. But honestly, it's all about, you know, whatever you yourself would use. And so at 100K, that's kind of when I first started generating revenue. So
Tell me a little bit more about where you're from.
Yeah, so I grew up actually in Chicago.
Okay.
I grew up there for around 15 years, moved out to Dallas when I was 15 and been there ever since. Went to high school there, college, played baseball in college. And I did
high school football in Texas.
Right, yeah, no, tell me about it. It's huge. But I started social media back in high school in Texas, and playing baseball kind of, you know, it didn't really limit me to social media.
That's what your YouTube videos were on your channel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what I first started. Yeah, and so that's what baseball is how I kind of gravitated towards it. And then once I stopped playing baseball, that's when I went full deep into the personal branding because I actually had time because baseball took up my majority of the day. And so that gave me the time to start doing this type of stuff. You know, it gave me extra time to make a video, gave me an extra time to make a phone call to somebody that I could potentially collab with, something like that. And so that's where I kind of started. But right now, growing from Chicago to Dallas and then hopefully eventually LA. That's the move.
Cool, man. Look forward to it. So what does it cost you? I mean, we've already spoken about how resourceful you are as an influencer. What does it actually cost you, like dollars and cents to run this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've spent $0 growing my personal brand. The only thing I would say cost-wise is your time. Right. And to people, I mean, that is valuable. So
you've never paid for a share?
I've never paid. I just use on Instagram. I just use my personal network and engaging and whatnot, using, you know, what I know from Instagram and how to grow to my knowledge and just kind of going that route. But dollar-wise, I haven't spent anything. Just been engaging with followers and actually caring about them and not treating them like they're, you know, not observant. So that's kind of how I've gone. But honestly, the most valuable thing is time. And to that, I focus on my business during the day, and nighttime is when I focus on personal branding. So that's what.
Is it a couple hours a day?
No, not even that. Probably maybe an hour tops, and that just depends on the virality of the video I post. You know, if a video is doing well, I'll just hype it up more and I'll go live. You know, because Instagram has live, which a lot of personal branding people need to start doing. Because if you just post photos or videos and don't actually interact with your followers, you know, they're not going to get to know you. But if you go live, you know, they're going to see, you know, where do you live? You know, what do you usually eat? And they're going to be like, okay, so, you know, I know Scott a little bit better because he likes to eat this for dinner and something like that. And that's what I do. So they'll be able to, and then all of a sudden they'll start commenting on your videos and your posts. They'll engage more with you. So that's kind of one thing I do. And that happens maybe once every other night. I'll go live and stuff like that. So that's what the time is.
So what's the future plan with the brand, dude?
Future brand, like I started, Instagram is where I'm at right now. I want to continue to grow my Instagram. Yep. I'm at 450K, which sounds like a good amount to the average person that's not too involved in social media, but as an influencer, it's
when
not
you come
much.
to LA, you're like,
right, exactly. You're feeling, you know, you're the smallest in the room. That's what I'm saying. So honestly, to make my move, I want to grow it to around 1 mil. Okay. So I got to 450K within 6 months. So it'll probably be another year till I get to 1 mil, depending on, you know, content. And then from there, that's when I make the move over to YouTube and, you know, just kind of drive and, like I said, funnel everybody over to YouTube and post similar content, more like vlogging, stuff like that.
You got to make some investments at this point, though.
Exactly. I mean, right now, that's what I'm saying. I think I got to start thinking of content that I want to go towards because
editing,
stuff like that. Because I do 1 minute videos on Instagram.
Right.
You don't, on YouTube, it's a whole different ballgame. You know, you got to do 10 to 20 minute videos minimum just to make, you know, that's if I want to do that full time, that's what I got to do. So I got to focus on content for YouTube. So this is a whole different ball game.
Do you have any ideas of what that brand will be? I mean,
yeah.
Will it be comedy?
Because I have people like on Instagram, I ask people what type of stuff would you like to see on a YouTube channel, and a lot of the comments are vlogs. You know, we want to see how your day goes. We want to see what you do throughout the day, and that's something I can do. You know, I can film what I'm doing throughout the day, and that can take up time, and then all of a sudden it's just all goes down to editing and getting it done. So long term wise, I think YouTube, and just right now is growing the Instagram to get to that point where the YouTube will be successful. So
I like it. So dude, what keeps you motivated to keep doing this?
Yeah, honestly, man, it's just being online, coming out here, you know, talking to people like you, Cal, everybody out here that has been around people that have, you know, 10 million followers on their personal brand. And, you know, to see me, I'm at 450K, yeah, it's done great, but I'm small, you know, I'm like an ant in a huge world. So I think what keeps me motivated is knowing that I can always be doing better. You know, I haven't reached a limit. You know, I can always continue to grow and work with bigger brands.
How do you discipline yourself from not letting ego or vanity get in the way? Of like, just like, I want 1 million so I can say it. But like, I know you, because you are a businessman. Everything is ROI with you, so I know you want that million to be like, okay, now I'm playing in a different pond than I was.
I feel that.
How do you control it? Because I feel like a lot of people, especially in LA, they can't.
I know, and you'll meet those people out there that don't, you know, their ego gets in their way, and you know they'll look at somebody that, you know, has 10 followers and just push them away. With me, it's a whole different ball game because I've been on both sides of it. You know, as an advertiser, working with brands, having, you know, my personal brand, I had like 500 followers. And now I'm doing both sides. So I have 450,000, but to me, that's nothing because I've worked with people, you know, that have millions. So ego is not something that's going to be an issue because I know that as like somebody, as an advertiser, it's an issue working with people like that. Right. You know, people that think they're big time and deserve a ton of cash just because, you know, they have a ton of followers, but yet then again their engagement might be trash. So I think ego isn't something that's an issue just because I've worked on both sides of it. But coming from the advertiser part, there's so many influencers out there that, you know, they continue to rise in their popularity on social media.
You gotta, to that point though, you gotta create a little bit of a, I don't want to say smoke and mirrors, but a show. Having that manager, having that, you know, for booking info, creating a little bit of a layer to insulate you from the business side, even if it looks like, oh, this is Scott's manager, and it's like you, and you're just like, you know, playing dual roles, or you hire someone. Is that in the cards?
Yeah, and like I have somebody that reaches out to brands to post on my Instagram accounts. So
you are doing that now?
Yeah, I have somebody that reaches out to influencer agencies that bring in deals to me, but then I do also play both ways because, you know, I know how to handle my own stuff. But I think, like you said, at one point you're going to have to do that so I haven't hired anybody full time, but later on the road, when it comes to that point, when I do have brands constantly being in my DMs trying to get products to me, a manager is something you need because